one-time $100 donation, you'll get the AM950 calendar and a signed copy of Tom Hartman's latest book as a thank you. Go to am950radio.com for the details on the membership. That's am950radio.com. Thank you so much for supporting AM950, the progressive voice of Minnesota. Holiday shopping is easy with the Park Tavern. From now until December 31st, stop into the Park Tavern and buy a $100 gift card. You'll receive a $25 Park Tavern gift card for free. You heard that right. Buy a $100 Park Tavern gift card. You'll receive a $25 gift card for free. The best part is you get to decide which gift card you keep and which gift card you gift. The Park Tavern is open regular hours throughout the holiday season, offering great food and family fun. On Louisiana Avenue, north of Highway 7 in St. Louis Park, the holidays are just better with the Park Tavern.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 5 below, wind chills of 22 below. Then Thursday, sunshine with a high of 7, but wind chills of 18 below. The AM 950 calendar is back as a thank you to everyone who's become a member of AM 950 over the last few years. Head on over to am950radio.com to see how you can get yours.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun, and thank you very much for joining us on this Wednesday evening. And it's okay. It's cold. Okay, let's just be, and there is no better way of putting it. If you heard the weather before the show, it's abysmal. There's nothing to like about it. And I'm hoping with the topic of tonight's program that we're going to get like a prediction that this crap is going to stop, because this is it's only December. This is January weather. And like you heard Patrick say, and we got to stop Patrick with the weather if he's going to give us this kind of crap, that it is negative 18. I see Damien in the comments says it's -4. It's Baltic here, -4. You're talking Celsius, aren't you, out there? Where we're talking 18 degrees below Fahrenheit, which is that requires some swear words, quite frankly. But never fear. Okay, you've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. First of all, the triumphant return of Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. We have not had her on in a little while, though we did replay one of the episodes that she was on last week, the dream interpretation. And this is a great topic. Here we are in December, and people are going to be wondering, what does 2025 look like? What is going on around here? And Moon Girl is here to talk to us. And this is going to be probably a pretty fast-moving program tonight. Okay, there's a lot of information that Moon Girl has. We can take questions, but probably more towards the end. And when I say questions, unless I'm totally wrong here, Moon Girl, we're not talking about your individual 2025. If you have general questions about the stuff that
we could check it out for you.
Right, exactly, yeah, because it's we're talking on a global and energetic level for 2025. And we were talking a little before the program started, and my goodness, we're not going to make it out alive. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be. Sorry, no, that is not what she said. I mean, pretty much, but no, it's good. But first of all, Moon Girl, welcome to GhostBox Radio. How awesome to have you back. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me again. You know, I love and support you, and it's always fun to chit chat with friends and your audience, who I love and adore as well. So thank you again for having me. And I appreciate you re-airing my program with you. Thank you.
No, that's a great one. It's a great topic. If you haven't listened to it or seen it, go and check it out. It's once again Moon Girl talking about dream interpretation. That was my first episode of when I started going nightly, and it's really good. It's a great way to start. Now, here's the thing. How are we going to do this tonight? Because you've kind of looked at this from every which way. How does the night look for us?
Well, I tried to break it down for everyone. What I kind of feel psychically, what I see astrology. I guess astrology. I don't know. I can't even pronounce it. I guess, right? Am I saying it wrong? Sorry.
You should know more than I do.
I know I should be. Yeah. Numerology wise, Chinese zodiac, that type of stuff. So we're gonna try to break it down. So we might kind of go fast just to like make sure everything's out.
Right. And then if we want, there's certain areas that we can go back to if we get through things like in record speed, and you can elaborate on stuff you feel like you want to elaborate more on. Just so people understand, you've been doing all of this your whole life, right?
Correct.
So I mean,
I'll be 40 soon. So yeah.
I didn't mean to out you with age, by the way. I mean, that wasn't the point of this, but that's good. It's what
I have several decades under my belt, so yeah.
So even this is and I can't tell you how many conversations you and I've had privately over the years about this stuff, especially the astrological stuff, the signs. You and I are both Aquarius, so there's a lot. There's a lot that we've talked about over the years, and it's great. So where do you want to start? Where would you like to start tonight?
Let's start with, by the way, I've made videos about this since March of 2023, and some of my predictions were published last year in Mysterious Taurus with Maria.
Oh, Maria Schmidt. Yep. Okay.
So love to Maria. So maybe y'all can see that too, or even check out those videos, because some of the things I predicted back then have already happened. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of the astrology behind this. So 2025 will be a year of transformations and endings. Pluto has officially entered Aquarius and will remain there for the next 20 years. Pluto, being the planet of death, rebirth, transformation, together with Aquarius, will strip away any and all that is inauthentic and removing the mask off all that is false. Okay. Wow. So yeah, which I'm excited about,
Mm-hmm.
At least for some of that. Now, some of the things I've said before, and again, I will say it again, and we've been seeing this already for the past, I guess, a year, 2 years, but this is the tip of the iceberg. People in power being exposed for who they are. And we've been seeing a lot of this in the news, the mask coming off, so slowly but surely, but there's more to come, I promise you. So that's another thing that's going to happen again this coming year. Aquarius and the government don't really mix. It's like water and oil. So I expect there to be a lot more protesting, possibly riots, people standing up to the government, people wanting to take their rights back, those type of things. And again, we've been seeing this, but tip of the iceberg.
Right.
Other things I do see here is Aquarius rules technology as well. So expect things with technology coming up. There could be some sort of breakthrough with technology that coincides with the medical field. And we've been seeing this already with like robots and all this other stuff back in the day, when we thought it'd be crazy, like get smart, you could talk on a phone. So this is going to start blowing our minds. By the end of this 20-year transit, things are going to be completely different. The currency, I feel also slowly but surely it's been changing.
Yeah.
It's going to keep changing. I mean, we're not going to even use money. Maybe not by next year, but that's what's going to end up happening little by little. Let me see.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I mean, and you have that what's that girl that became famous for that one saying, and she created a crypto money, her own crypto currency, and people are losing like a lot of money from it. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. But I do expect more discoveries with astronomy. So whether it's we discover new planets or black holes or whatever, but there will be things with astronomy, more discoveries that have to do with astronomy. And I've said this again, but things with the ocean, we're going to start seeing more things. And they just spoke about the aliens with the ocean. But,
Yeah.
ancient artifacts and stuff, like we're going to end up like finding them, or they're going to be discovered more. There's going to be, I guess I'd say it'd be more of the norm, that we're going to start seeing more of like mythical creatures, elementals, aliens. So I'm not surprised that there's a lot of this speaking of aliens and those type
Mhm.
of.
Do you foresee that as just being like more visitations opposed to actual like we're getting more hints? Do you think that that's kind of where we're at there?
I think with this, it's more like we had our time to process this, and it's like time's up. Like they're just not really going to care. Like you've had time to process that we're
And here we
here,
are.
and they've always been here longer than we have.
Yeah.
As far as with aliens or whatever, I mean, they've been on the planet. I mean, I think there is definitely life in other planets, but I feel like the
Mhm.
aliens have always been here,
Mm.
with us. So
I find it interesting that you specifically also say elementals.
yes, elementals. Look, es el duendes, fairies, those kind of things. And there's been sightings of them, and people have talked about this throughout the years. But again, it's kind of like they've given us enough time to kind of, hey, we're going to show up whether you like it or not. We're going to be more part of this.
I find that very I find that very cool because it feels like that, there's so many forces that are trying to stop us from understanding and knowing what's happening. And I think you're right. There's a bit of a patience with them holding back, or at least going back, because I think years and decades, millennium ago, they were much more, center in the center space that, people, humans were able to interact with elementals and interdimensional. I mean, it just seemed like everyone is working together. And as time went on, it feels like that we've all separated to the point that they're mythical to us.
Yes. But I mean, like, for instance, I have always believed in duendes, and I had never physically seen one,
Yeah.
and up to a few years ago, and I was even shocked.
Mhm.
And I was like, wow, okay. Like I said, I believed in, but until you see it yourself, really, they just don't, they're going to be showing up. They're going to be showing themselves more to us, whether we like it or not, whether we're ready for this or not,
Ready or
period.
not, ready or not, here we come.
Exactly. Let me put here. Um, Now, for those of us who are like paranormal investigators or, mediums or psychics, we personally probably all feel that there's already in our eyes undisputed evidence of the afterlife.
Mhm.
I think there's going to be something that comes up, maybe not this year, for the next few years, where there will be some kind of undisputed evidence of the afterlife for us,
Like
in
a
that
shared
way.
experience, like a shared experience amongst many or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, and I would love for people who don't believe in this stuff at all to have the opportunity to believe, and not like, aha, I showed you so, but more of the, do you see? Do you see what we see? And because it's a beautiful moment. It can be, at least.
Absolutely. I also feel like people wanting to move away from water, something to do with the water rising or something with water, more smart cities being built. Um, I've been saying it for a while. There's something with water, an issue with water. Now, Taurus is a fixed sign like Aquarius, and Taurus
Mhm.
rules agriculture. So I do feel like there's going to be something to do with meat, people questioning meat, maybe not wanting to eat meat or wondering what's being put in the meat. There's going to be something to do with food and the water. Um,
So,
there's
so I just can I ask clarification on that, please? Because when you said that at first, it's like people moving away from water. You mean from like there's something with water opposed from like people don't want to live by oceans or anything anymore, right? Am I getting that correctly? That it's
yeah,
more
yeah.
about like the maybe water tainted or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what this is. It's more like there's something to do with water or it rising or something with issue with water. So if you live by the water, the ocean where there's like beaches or something, people are going to kind of want to move away
Okay,
from that. Does that make
interesting.
sense?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yeah, interesting. Huh.
Now, there will be a lot of collaborations here as well, where I would encourage people to get together and build either a little community of some kind or join one because Aquarius rules humanitarianism in a community. So people need to come together somehow. And the rise of famous people, that's slowly going to die down. Aquarius doesn't care about the fame game. So they
Mhm.
don't really have millions of followers. It's people are going to stop putting others on pedestals as much as we've been putting them throughout the past, years. So that's going to slowly start declining. No one's going to care. We're all famous. We're all, you know what I mean? We're all one. We're not going to care. It's not going to phase us. Oh, yeah, you've been on TV. Who cares? Oh, you've been on this show. Who cares? And personally, as you and I being investigators, you know that a lot of these paranormal shows are gone now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and it's good too because you think about because you see how and whether they're good people or not good
Hmm.
people, it doesn't matter. You see the plateau of people who are famous and it's getting very expensive, out of control. You got to think that has to plateau at some point,
Yes.
and if this is the case, then this is good. Moon Girl, can we go ahead and take our first break?
Yes.
Uh, let's get that in, and when we come back, there's a lot more to come. There's a lot of great information here. And if don't forget, if you miss any of this, you can go and we're podcasting it over on Spotify on our station. You can go to YouTube and watch it again. Take note, there's a lot coming up here. We have Moon Girl 2025 predictions. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
If you own a holistic or metaphysical business and are looking to expand, then you need to be listed on metamorphosisconnections.com. It's a network where you can grow with like-minded practitioners and reach new clients. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory you need to list yourself and your business. Our platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
Lilliput at Coon Rapids dares you to take part in their Haunted Mansion escape room. 100 years ago, a family suffered a tragic incident. Your team is brought in to find out what happened that night, find proof of the supernatural, and help the spirits find peace. Are you up for the task? This incredible escape room is filling up fast, so book now. Also, a perfect outing for work team building. Go to lilliput.net now to book your experience today. Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
Hi, everyone. Listen to my show, The Matt McNeil Show, weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota. Every day we talk about politics, celebrating the Democrats taking control of Minnesota, but we also talk about a lot of other things, too. Parenting, sports, the arts, music. If it affects you in Minnesota, we'll talk about it. Plus, we have a lot of regular guests giving you national and local insight on the issues affecting you. Weekday afternoons, it's The Matt McNeil Show, 3 to 5 p.m. on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
You know what I'm thinking here, with it being super cold out, there's one thing. Adam, do you know one thing that could keep everyone really warm?
Something from Mavericks?
That's exactly it. Going out there, go get, and I know that Moon Girl said that next year there might be something with meat or something, but I don't care. I'm, roast beef sandwiches. That's my jam.
We just gorge now.
Got to worry about next year. So we'll get into that.
The only thing I'm worrying about is my belt size, and I've been worrying about that for years. And worry is not enough, apparently. But yeah, no, that and some really hot fries. No, I'm down. I mean, that's where that's at. I'm thinking in the next few days, I think I need to make the trek down to Mavericks and get myself a nice little roast beef sandwich. That's where that's at. When that commercial came up, I'm just like, yes, I would like that very much, please. So we'll see how that goes. Welcome back to GhostBox Radio. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have with us Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. She's been with us a number of times, and this is always great to have her on. But tonight we're talking about 2025 predictions. Like I said before, we headed off to break in the last segment. There's a lot of information coming out here, so you may want to re-listen and take notes and take notice of what's going on. And you can do that on Spotify, am950radio.com, or if you want to watch us and take a look at our beautiful faces, well, you can go watch us over at Minnesota GhostBox Official on YouTube and watch that. So, Moon Girl, where would you like to continue?
I will finish off this real quick because we still have numerology to get into, which is 16 and then the Chinese zodiac. So, we'll just jump into this. So again, Aquarius being into Pluto. Pluto being into Aquarius. A lot of spiritual awakening. So a lot of people, even who weren't really into astrology or the metaphysical, whatever, they're gonna be like really dabbling into it now. The naysayers who would just call it pseudoscience or whatever, they're going to kind of be like, there's something to it, whether they want to admit it or not. So there will be a collective awakening. So we're excited about that one. Now I do feel more natural disasters, unfortunately, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully. There may be.
Could I just say, anyone listening, they're really intense in what you're saying, these pauses are not helping anybody. I'm just going to be very honest. When you're like, how do I say this? There's people at home right now going, what the, they're like, what is she going to say? I just wanted to let you know, no pressure. But
now I'm kind of scared of the other stuff I'm going to say later. Sheesh. Everyone's going to hate me. No. There may be like more natural disasters coming up, and this may not just be for next year, but this would be like maybe like countries or wanting to kind of pull away from each other, or maybe they become their own little like islands or something with disasters. Again, I feel like this is the beginning of that sort of stuff. We've been seeing a lot of AI stuff, so again, technology, so there'll be more AI stuff coming up. But now let's really get into numerology, which I absolutely love.
Yes, you do.
So the numerology for 2025 is a 9, which is a which is a pretty huge deal. You get this by adding up the number. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And if it's like a double digit, if it's not a master number, 11, 20, 22, or 33, we wouldn't break it down, but we'll end up breaking it down for a single digit. Just FYI, if anybody was interested to know that. Now, 9 represents completions, transformations, endings. 9 is very unique number because it embodies the traits of the other numbers in numerology. And with the good comes the bad as well. All right. So you need to take that into consideration, that you may get the bad traits, or you will get the bad traits as well. If you are somebody who vibrates at a very low level and you happen to be 9 life path number, or, maybe you're born on the 9th, 27, 18, you may be some people may suffer from mental illnesses or addictions, or prone to addictions, or can potentially be dangerous people. Now, this is if you're vibrating at a low level. For those who vibrate at a high level, again, you will get the wisdom and knowledge of the other numbers, because all of them have good traits and bad traits, depending on, how you're vibrating. So this makes this very, very interesting, because again, these are numbers of completions and endings. So I will read this for you guys. I wrote it down. So I did see a lot of deaths coming up, guys.
Okay.
This coming year, 2025. And now this may be a lot of people more in the entertainment business, this especially musicians. And as you've seen as of late on the news, certain rappers or whatever, big scandals are coming out.
Scandals, yeah.
Yes. So there's going to be big changes in the music and entertainment business, especially with, the music entertainment business, because a lot of musicians happen to be a number 9 life path, or have those their numbers add up to a 9, or they're born on the 18th, 9/27. And I'm sure you guys have heard the 27 Club. So these people were musicians, and they unfortunately passed away when they were 27. Now, 2 plus 7 is 9. So even though we may feel like these people have left too soon, these are people who've came for a reason, and they served their purpose, and then it was time for them to move on forward. So again, I do see, passings of people, and you may start seeing this towards the beginning of the year, more people who have, passed, who've come and left a mark on the world. If this is also like businesses that have been open for a long time, I see those closing as well. I actually see a lot of closing of businesses. So be prepared for that.
Okay.
What else would I have?
Now, when you say people in the entertainment industry, you don't mean, you don't see anything for like radio hosts, right? They're safe, right? I mean, radio board operators, that's fine, but radio hosts, I just
whoa, hold on. I'm looking for the job opening, not you, sir.
So just saying, let's keeping it real over here. All right.
Well, like people who are in the music field tend to be, very creative and artistic. So it's no surprise that a lot of them, their life path number is a number 9. So it totally makes sense to me now. And again, with musicians, we see that they're prone to addictions. A lot of them are, not all, or scandals and stuff like that. So this goes back to them embodying the energy of all the other numbers, but a lot of them do vibrate at a low level. So this could be like, again, addictions, because they're also very prone to addictions. But when they're vibrating very high, they make the most amazing music, or art of whatever kind it may be.
It's like especially like those who are like 27 when they die. It's like their candle was too bright and too quick, but it was overwhelming and amazing. You know, it's just so much at once. So
They were groundbreakers.
Yeah,
I mean, they really were.
Yeah.
So again, unfortunately, this is what I'm take what you want from it, of course. Feel free to make your own opinions and stuff, but as a medium and numerology wise, this is what I'm seeing for that.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting. Is that it?
I wrote. I'm sorry. I wrote a lot.
Oh, you still with us?
I have no idea what I wrote. I'm too scared now to see what I wrote. Maybe I should skip some of this stuff.
It's a lot. I mean, this has to take a long time for you to put all this together.
You have no idea how much I have, and that's like made myself kind of stop for a bit because I was like, well, I don't know if he wants me to say all of these things.
And suppose it's, I mean, the information that comes to you and the work that you're doing to get it together, there has to be a point where you're just like, I just got to stop anyway because it's just too much.
Well, also with numerology, it can get very crazy if you start looking at numbers, your address, the car you drive, your children's numbers, your spouse's numbers, your pets' numbers, those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna jump into the Chinese zodiac.
Okay.
So Chinese zodiac for the new year is going to be the year of the snake. Okay. So if you are born in, I'm sure they're gone by now, but 1929, 1941, 1953, 1965, 1977, 1989, 2001, 2013, 2025. This is going to be your year. So, of course, no year is perfect, guys. Even when it is your year, no year is perfect. However, you should have a much better year, especially if you've been struggling. So this is a time for you guys, if you happen to fall under the snake sign, if there's something you want to do, there's something you want to invest in, say you are an entertainer of any kind, if you want to put a project out, this is your golden ticket. This is your opportunity. It's not going to come back till another 12 years.
Unless you're 27, then
you're done. We got to do it now. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Unless you're 27, then you're in trouble.
So this would be the time for you to do that. Put that. A lot of people may be getting married or getting in relationships who fall under the snake year. If you want to invest in a new home or, buy, make a large purchase, this would be a good thing to do for you guys.
Wow.
But on the other token, if you happen to be a pig and you fall under the pig year, this is your enemy year. So I'd be very, very careful. And I'm not condoning any bad behavior, but if you do fall under the pig year, if you do questionable things, this would be the year for you not to. I promise you, don't do it this year. Because I'm pretty sure there might be repercussions. Also, for those who are born in the pig year, please watch your health. Literally watch where you're going, because there could be issues there. And I would not invest in anything new for those who are pigs in the pig year. Don't invest in anything new. I would not get married this year. If you do want to get married, even if you want to get a divorce, I would wait on that. I wouldn't purchase anything that's large, like a home, a vehicle, those type of things. Now, I'm not calling the police pigs, but people associated with I don't mean it this way, I'm so sorry. So there might be something to do with
like the whole banana conversation last time.
At least there's no bananas in this one.
Yeah, exactly.
There might be something to do with a police department, some sort of scandal or something that comes out with the police department. Now, as far as meat, I will not be eating any type of pork next year. I'm just gonna say that. I don't want to get anybody in trouble or whatever, but I'm weary of pork next year because again, it's an enemy year. So I'm scared there might be something wrong with pork, pig next year, possibly, hopefully not, but like maybe a swine flu kind of thing, or something to do with that. So I'll be skipping that for me again.
Sure. And so, Adam, just a program note for the next break. Take out the Pig Association of Minnesota commercial, since that doesn't seem to be timely.
right.
So no, there's no such thing. Anyway, I'm just kidding, Moon Girl. My goodness.
Remove the other white meat. Not a problem.
Anyway, I interrupted. Go ahead.
So, now, kind of also want to get into. Was it for those of you who drive a Chevrolet, be very careful because there might be issues with Chevrolets next year with the vehicles. So watch your driving. This could be something as maybe you just have car trouble, or you get a lemon or something like that, or this could be actual bigger issues with wrecks or recalls or something like that, or possibly even going out of business, those type of things.
Wow.
Elon Musk, he's a pig sign, so I do feel that there's going to be not some very good things happening to him next year. And this could be in anything, but I would probably say especially with business, and then him owning Twitter. And the reason Twitter did bad this year was because its enemy year was found in the dog year. We are currently in the dragon year. So there could be something to do with Twitter or X, whatever he calls it. He may possibly sell it, or something can go, that way. Now, I do have maybe not the best news for Ohio. I'm concerned for Ohio, possibly Pennsylvania, but more so Ohio. I fear that there may be some sort of natural disasters for Ohio, or they may get some sort of hits of some kind. So lots of love to everyone in Ohio. I'll be sending you guys good energy. I hope we all send them some good energy this way. And again, possibly Pennsylvania, but I feel like this is more Ohio kind of thing.
Wow, interesting. I wonder what that could be. Moon Girl, let's do this. Let's get in our next break here, and then we can get into our final segment, because I just want to give you enough time to get through everything. So, folks, let's take our break. When we come back, Moon Girls can continue and finish up her predictions for 2025. We're also going to find out where you can go and watch the videos that she has done separate to tonight, talking about all of her predictions and everything else that she has going on. You are listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with MetamorphosisConnections.com. MetamorphosisConnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search MetamorphosisConnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on MetamorphosisConnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting MetamorphosisConnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's MetamorphosisConnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
Supporting the best local and independently owned restaurants in the Twin Cities has never been easier. You'll find an expansive list of local dining options at eatlocalminnesota.com, from classic American comfort food to authentic flavors from around the world. Specializing in Szechuan and Peking cuisine, the Great Wall Chinese restaurant has been a local favorite since 1981. They offer one of the most extensive menus in the Twin Cities. Favorites include the sesame chicken, imperial beef, and Peking duck. The Great Wall restaurant is located off 45th and France, with takeout available too. More at greatwallrestaurant.us. Nightingale on 26th and Lyndale is the ultimate venue for unforgettable gatherings. Whether big or small, your event will be a hit with delicious food and drinks served in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Plus, Chef Carrie's special creations add that extra touch. Craft cocktails, curated drinks, and a diverse menu make Nightingale perfect for any celebration. More at nightingalempls.com.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio. Tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun, we are going to be rerunning an episode we did back in January with our guest, Mr. Zero. As it happens, Mr. Zero's shop is right next to Maverick's. And with this conversation I had with him back in January, it's pretty all over the place. The stuff he's experienced is pretty incredible. And we actually end up talking a lot about the monkeys, of all things, and that he has had a number of interactions with them. He's worked for a couple of them. And his story about the last time that the monkeys, well, really just Mickey Dolenz and Mike Nesmith, were in the Twin Cities right before Mike Nesmith died, him trying to get an autograph from Nesmith is pretty incredible. It's a really interesting story, and that's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow's also Myth or Mystery that you can watch here on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun Facebook page, where you can vote on videos, believing whether or not they are paranormal or not. We are doing 2025 predictions with the one and only Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal, and we have got through a lot, and I'm not reading any questions, but I found this in the comments very interesting. Kathy had said, there's so much here. Where does someone even begin to learn about this? And it's a very good question, actually, because, I mean, like we said at the top of the program, this has been your life. So, I mean, it just kind of over time, this just becomes second and actually probably more first nature for you, isn't it?
Definitely. Well, as far as psychic mediumship, I've been seeing spirits since I can remember. But when I was 12, when I turned 12, it was like a light switch. It was like I was in memory, so I was able to take on like a plethora of divinations and astrology and stuff like that. So I've been doing that since I was 12.
That's great.
So
Now,
it's a long time now. It's been a long time now.
Now you've put the death sentence to Ohio in the last segment. Who's next on your path of destruction?
There could be some stuff that comes up for poor Ohio, because it was founded in a pig year. Yes.
All right.
So it was also founded in a pig year.
Well, and as Chuck says, it's not a good year to be a pig. So
we all get hit. All of us get hit at one time or another with this. So again, if you do questionable things, this would be the year not to do it. Skip this one. Skip this one.
Absolutely. And it's interesting. I was just going to say too, but as for a lot of people, they should just be able to live their life. But you did actually say in the last segment, there are certain things, if you're in certain birth years, that it's not going to be a great year to maybe get married or buy a house, and that those things to be cognizant about. So once again, as I said before, if you didn't kind of catch all of it, we're going to put this up for podcasting afterwards. You can go to YouTube at Minnesota MN Ghostbox Official, and you can rewatch this to get everything that Moon Girl's been talking about this evening. Where do you want to go to next?
Well, I want to say also, if you happen to be a ox or a rooster, you should have a pretty good year as well, because you are a friend of of the snake. So everyone gets 2 friends and 1 enemy. So here being this, 2025 being the year of the snake, who was actually one of the wisest one of the wisest signs in Chinese astrology or Vietnamese astrology. They have the two friends, the ox and the so for those guys, if they want to do something this year, you have my green light to go for it. Again, not every year is perfect. There's going to be some ups and downs, but it should be a whole lot better for you guys. But the pigs, unfortunately, this is your time to get the hits, guys. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Just lay low in the mud, right? I mean, that's really what you got to do for 2025 if you are the sign of the pig, or you're the pig.
Yeah,
so,
but again, I'm kind of fearing pork products, so that's a big one I feel for people. So, and if you are a snake, if you are born in the snake year, you probably shouldn't own a pig either. I'm talking, not everybody owns pigs, but if you're a farmer or whatever, that type of stuff, kind of things, or anything that kind of signifies
pork,
pig, pork, whatever.
Well, and I suppose because if there is like a sickness or something coming, you're going to take a big hit financially. If there is something like it wipes out your pig crop or whatever. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's necessary. So I'm not trying to get political or anything, but Mexico was founded in the snake year, so I expect good things for Mexico, and I would not mess with Mexico next year. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Don't mess with Mexico next year. They're founded in the snake year, and it's pretty interesting. I'll tell you something with that, because they have a few nines in their year, or the year was founded. Yeah, it was founded on number 9,
okay,
27. So 2 plus 7 is 9. So there's 2 9s already in there.
Yep.
And then 1821. So their life path number is a 3, which is communication, blah, 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 whatever. But it's very interesting that there's 2 9s in there. So I'll leave it at that. I'll let your imagination run wild. But yeah, again, they should have a pretty good year. There could be, again, I see big transformations with Mexico, especially with the new president. So congratulations to her. She's the first female president they've ever had, which I did predict a year or 2 before that happened. So that happened. But yeah, there's going to be big changes with Mexico, but I feel like it's going to be good changes, and I would not mess around with Mexico. Yeah.
Good.
I'll leave it like that. And not because I'm biased. Just it's the truth. It's the truth.
Now, do you live not too far from Mexico?
Yes, absolutely. I'm right at the border.
You're at the border. Okay.
Yes. 956. So, one foot is Mexico, the other foot's America. So yeah. And
Very
I love
cool.
Mexico.
Very cool. Well, it'll be great to see where she goes, honestly, what she does. And I love that. I love that. And I love the fact that you were able to predict that as well.
Well, I'm glad I'm able to give Mexico, my people, some good news. So that really warms my heart. And again, I'm sorry, Ohio. I love you. Prayers to Ohio.
Do you have I think you're scaring people in Ohio right now. And maybe
it doesn't have to be something crazy, but it's founded there. So it could be something as simple as maybe they have an earthquake or something like that.
As simple as an earthquake.
Well, it's not really. Well, yeah, there's things that happen. Oh God, I feel bad now. I don't even want to talk.
No. It's as long as they don't succeed from the union, that's all that matters. So.
But whenever it's an enemy year, if you look at the year something is founded, that'd be the year that maybe that thing takes a hit, and vice versa. If it's founded in the year like it's the snake or whatever, for us something good might happen there, and you can predict with this, even within numerology and combination of them, where you should live, what kind of vehicle you should drive,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
those type of things.
Well, what's interesting too is that you had mentioned, like you just were talking about now, and you had also mentioned Chevrolet earlier. You had also mentioned that in within, when you're talking about Chevrolet, you're talking about how, it could be a recall, could be this, could even be end of business. And then, but earlier you also had said how established businesses, you're going to see them fold next year. So, you got to wonder, is like Chevrolet possibly something like that, because I'm just kind of putting two and two together to kind of, in my own mind, of like, that's, you're saying these things at separate times, but it kind of sounds like that there could be, maybe there's something to that.
Yeah, and that's why I like doing different things, like with divination work, doing different types of divination and astrology. And you throw that in there with numerology, you throw that in there with this or that, it fills in the empty spaces, and it's like a puzzle. We put everything together. You clarify one divination with another divination or astrology or whatever. It's very interesting. If you really, I mean, it's one rabbit hole after another rabbit hole. It's insane. It can really drive you crazy. So I don't encourage you to jump into that rabbit hole, because you're gonna end up psycho like me, and then never get sleep. So.
Well, but it's so cool though, because you're doing that. I mean, and from the gift that you had since you're born, and then you just love numerology, so you added that to that. I mean, I think that there's something really incredible about that. It's completely embodied you. You've really taken it, and so you can take that information. It's like you're almost like cross-referencing it amongst many different ways.
All things for sure. And I mean, I don't just talk out of it, out of my behind. I live it. Trust me. I tell my sons, hey, today is not the day to whatever, or and again, numerology goes with everything, what you wear. Some days I tell people wear black because of this. Some days I tell them to wear red because of this. Some day, those type of things, or white and black, because it all adds up to something.
Well, I remember that you have Colin, geez, if I could speak, you have called me out of the blue.
I couldn't say anything either.
Well, and you've called me out of the blue, and you're just like, I need you to write down some numbers. And I wrote them down, and you remember, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And it's just, it's really kind of cool when you have someone just like, okay, this is for you, write this down. And you're like, just writing down numbers, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but you're like, it'll make sense. It's really, there's
just
something
go with
fun
the flow.
about that. What's that?
It's like, go with the flow, humor me.
Yeah, just write it down. Okay, all right, I'm writing it down. And of course, I never have any paper around, so I'm just like writing down in my my hand and stuff. And it's
That's
just
even better. I write on my son's arms. I'm like, come here, I need to write a number on you. They already know. They just roll up and they're like, what's happening today? I'm like, look, no time for questions. Let me write this down. Head to school. We'll talk about it later.
yeah, you are a notepad at the moment, so just give me your arm. So throughout, as we're running out of time here, as we are getting closer to the end of the year, are you going to be doing more videos on your own social media channels that like more of like what's to come? What are you going to be doing?
Yeah, I want to post more stuff on there about my predictions, but I wanted to wait to do them with you first. So I waited, because I've had them already since like, oh God, before November, and I talked about them, and they're like, no, you should just wait. People have told me, wait till it gets later in the year. No, I'm sorry, October. Wait till it gets later in the year, because you're putting out to see, which I understand, but I kind of was like, I just want to say this now. So I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll put most stuff on there, and I'll try to be more articulate.
You got in touch with me about this episode in October.
Yeah,
you did. Now we don't have a lot of time left. Is there anything that you haven't gotten to that you wanted to make sure that we knew about? I mean, you killed off Ohio. Any other states? Any other states that are going to be on the chopping block? Here, I'm making light of it. Come December next year, you're going to be like, I told you so. So,
you know what? I hope I'm wrong, honestly, because I don't want to see any harm to anybody. Well, I take that. No, never mind.
wow, here we go. Wow, well, that's why we're on late night. How can people get a hold of you? How can people see your videos?
Guys, you can support me by going to my Facebook page, Moon Girl Mistress of the Paranormal. There's fakes out there, guys, so please make sure it's me, and I never reach out to people. You can book any type of readings. You can follow me on TikTok, Moon Girl Mistress of the Paranormal, The Clapper, Moon Girl Paranormal, YouTube, Moon Girl Mistress of the Paranormal, Twitter, Moon Girl Paranormal, or Moon Girl something. I don't know. Probably most of the platforms. So yeah. But again, there's a lot of fakes out there, guys, and I never reach out. If you guys want to book a reading, feel free to reach to me. Don't get scammed. And I would appreciate the follow and the likes.
And I'll put those links in some threads on my pages, so that if you didn't get all that, especially the whatever part, that it's easier to follow her. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it, folks. Moon Girl, thank you very much for everything, as always.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I hope to have you back soon. I just want to say before we go real fast, folks, if any of you are in Anoka or Anoka area and you've seen some drones fly around last night, can you get a hold of us, please? Because we've gotten a lot of information about some drones that we don't know what they are. People are noticing them, just like in Hudson and in New York. If you're in Anoka and you've seen that, get a hold of us. We'd love to talk to you. Moon Girl, thank you very much. We'll be back on.
I don't know if did I say there could be things with Pennsylvania as well? But
you did.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely. Everyone, have a good night. Take care.
Hi.